Medicine's worn off.
That's right.
The boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town. I gotta record the audio too.
That might be good.
I
We
can't.
don't need it.
Ian said we can't hear you guys. Though.
That was the whole point.
That was the whole. There's music.
Yeah.
I think he can hear us now.
Yeah.
But now it's the test to see if Logic's gonna crash us or not.
It's a technical thing.
We're just testing live.
Yeah. Well, testing the Logic thing for sure.
Yeah.
You intentionally couldn't hear us. Listen here. That
was a rare preview of us sitting here waiting for Hagen to get stuff done.
Well, and here's the thing too is that like with all of the technical difficulties we've had, I think we figured out what one of them is. And that's when I changed scenes on OBS specifically. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah.
Specifically when we changed scenes to like the animation thing.
Or from it.
Yeah.
Sorry to your wife.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna figure out how to make that work at some point.
Yeah, we got to be able to figure that out because that seems like such a weird, stupid problem.
Yeah, what the fuck
it's
is
not
that?
like we're switching like a movie file. It's I assume like just a short animated.
Yeah, it's like a little GIF thing. Yeah. So anyway, so we're here. That's why we just had a Moniker song playing while we were. For the audio listeners, it means nothing to you.
And Ian was saying,
audio listeners are going, what are you guys talking about? It sounds normal.
Yeah, Ian was. What did he say? Oh, he said, I'm down for it. I've been scolded for not saying something before. He has.
I think that's probably
true.
accurate. Yeah.
And then he said, if you see something, say something.
See something, say something.
Those are that's my older brother, everybody.
Thank you.
Just good advice.
Just that's where you learned from.
Yeah.
That's where you learned.
That's where you got all
your
good advice.
Your good advice is all basically Ian's good advice.
Just regurgitated.
So if anyone likes
anything bad, is that his fault or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the oldest.
If you like something that Dave has said, it's thanks Ian. If you don't like something Dave has said,
thanks Ian.
Thanks Ian. Jesus fucking Christ. Every time Heather says stop talking, Dave, it actually should be thanks Ian.
Yeah, thanks Ian.
I was told on our last episode I did too many air horns, so this one's for you.
I wasn't told that.
I was told that to my face.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yes, dude.
Welcome to Don't Be the Artist. I'm Hagen.
I'm Dave.
I'm Adam.
It's not meant to be
threw me off.
spiteful, but what?
What do you mean?
No, in between.
What do you mean it's not meant to be spiteful?
Not meant to be
Of course
spiteful.
it is.
I'm just saying
No, it's not
I didn't
meant to
do
be.
too many.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't do too many air horns. I still don't do too many air horns. I do an appropriate amount of air
It
horns.
could be a very inappropriate amount of air horns. You could do
I could do
What would
69
that
air
be?
horns.
that.
69
Okay.
air horns.
Yeah.
I thought it was just gonna be like set it on repeat, so you just press the button and it just loops the whole episode. Just kind of quietly fades down and then gets louder randomly when it's quiet. He's finding a way to do that now.
Yeah.
That seems very complicated.
It's been too long.
I have to
He's
move.
getting his wiggles out.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I guess that's true. But I do need to put them on the same scene. That would be ideal to do that. It's like an air horn and also do the hi-hats. That's basically all like a fucking DJ does, right?
Yep.
I got it.
Yeah,
A
we've said that
playlist
one.
and
Yeah.
air horns.
That's not what we're talking about today. Morning.
No.
We're back. It's been 3 weeks. We're here and excited to be here. We'll be here this time and then one more time, I think, before the year's
year.
up. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's the busy time of year. A lot of stuff going on. So
yeah, what did we do? We took off the week of Thanksgiving, right? And then
I think you had a super busy week the week after.
yeah, then that week was only going to work for one day that week, and you had a rehearsal the night that I could do it, and then you were in Miami. You were in Miami.
Miami.
Yeah. Mommy, you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you been doing, Adam?
I work.
It was so funny when the first time when I got back from Miami.
Miami?
No, it was the weekend after getting back from Miami because I
Miami.
had 2 stressful gigs. And you were like, yeah, I had a super long week. I went to work And I was like, oh, you actually went to work this week.
This
And
son of a bitch went to work.
Yeah, and what he actually means and why it's funny is because it means he actually, instead of working remotely, had to go to the office.
Yeah, I worked in an office.
And they
all
were
week.
long days.
And they were long days because
Yeah.
people were in from out of town. So granted, it was hanging out and drinking after.
I mean, that's what we do for work.
Which, yeah, so all jobs are like that, it turns out.
Turns out.
After you get out of education, all jobs are like that.
Yes.
Turns out, yeah. It was certainly a busy while there. Thanksgiving was honestly like not that busy. It was just Thanksgiving. It was just we were like, nah, I don't want to talk to you.
Actually, no,
Thanksgiving.
I was
Yeah,
busy.
we
on
weren't
Thanksgiving.
thankful for any of our patrons. or
Well, we were
anything.
busy on Thanksgiving.
Yes.
But like hypothetically speaking, were you really busy that weekend, or were you just like with your family?
I think I was just with the fam, Jay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the weekend for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's like if you were like really busy that weekend, I'd be like, yo, you got to not. That's a mistake.
Pretty sure I had 2 gigs that weekend.
The weekend of Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I think so.
Damn, dude.
You
I mean,
might know better
somebody
than
has
I
to
do.
play them.
No, I'm totally lying. I had 0. I had none of gigs.
Dude. Thanks, Ian, for him lying.
Yeah, Ian.
So Thanksgiving was then, and then I had these crazy private party gigs, and I will speak on them just a little bit. I played a duo gig for this crazy expensive watch company grand opening in Dallas. Now, just to kind of give you like a middle ground, like the middle ground price of the watches was $30,000. So that's like middle to low end. I saw some like $80,000, $120,000 watches.
Do you think they were looking at you going, Apple Watch?
Yes.
Yeah. Watch people really hate Apple Watches.
And
That's
it's
funny.
super-
Even the nice ones where you're like,
Yeah.
that's $1,000 watch, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, $1,000 watch, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
It was crazy. We were walking in. There's a security guard who opens the door for everybody, right? And he also apologized every time that I opened the door for myself. And I was like, brother, it's chill. Like,
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but
we're
if
on
he
the same team
forgets-
tonight.
Yeah.
If you had a fancy watch and he forgot, he'd probably get fired.
Right. But it's super funny because he holds the door open for us. We're bringing gear inside, and someone's like, "Do you have an appointment?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're playing music."
No, I just go into random places carrying equipment.
I just go into really fucking fancy stores carrying a PA, thinking that that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So
I might need a microphone.
So the first day I played piano, and we had someone else on guitar and vocals, and then the second day I found out that they wanted 2 guitars instead of a piano. So
But Hagen, you're a drummer.
Yeah, you can't do anything else.
You don't know notes.
yeah, I don't play notes. I don't know notes. I couldn't begin. So then I played acoustic guitar night 2, and I pivoted, which is like I just wanted to go to the person who asked that and be like, "Do you think that most people can just go like, let's do another instrument tonight?" Like,
I just imagine you getting them going like, "Man, you said it's so good. We're just going to give you a watch." And what I pictured was you getting a nice watch put on and going, "Well, actually, I play drums." They're like, "Get the fuck out of here."
So then I find out that we were told that the piano thing, they wanted it at guitar because the piano was too loud, and which made no sense because it was all coming out of the same system.
Yeah, you can't change the volume of pianos. It's never been done.
Right. Never been done
It's
before.
your tone, man.
It's my tone, yeah. The fancy
piano is
people know what that
Technically
means.
a drum.
Yeah, I can play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, percussion. So then we find out when we get there that the piano was actually just too ugly looking, too many cables, and that's why they wanted acoustic, because it was just too many cables.
That's a dumb reason, but it also makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense for who we're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But at
I-
the same
yeah.
time, if they care about that, they should have hired someone to take care of that.
I already tried to take care of it, and if they would have walked up to me and said like, "Hey, can we minimize this?" I'd been like, "I will do everything I can to minimize this."
I would have been like, "Do y'all have a black, like tarp?
Yeah.
Not tarp. I don't know.
Tablecloth kind of
Yeah,
thing?
tablecloth, like a blanket or something.
Yeah.
I see that happen a lot.
There was a number of things that like we learned from that experience, but it worked out. It was fun to play guitar the second night. It was certainly interesting. So we were supposed to play 2 hours the second night. We finished the first hour. This guy comes up. We already knew there was a DJ after us. Comes up and he goes, "I'm going to go ahead and get started." And we're like, "Well, no. First of all, no. Second of all, no."
Yeah.
Also, he didn't bring a PA. If you're a DJ, pro tip, bring a PA.
Bring a speaker.
That's the thing you need. Like an acoustic guitar and singer, they don't have to bring a mic.
Yeah,
They
well-
can make it work.
Was his plan to just like plug in a MacBook into a
Here's
speaker somewhere?
You
Like,
need a MacBook, a PA,
yeah.
and a play button.
Here's the thing that I will I will say in a mean way about the situation. I don't know who in their fucking mind thinks a watch store has a PA in there they can plug into.
A DJ.
Yeah, I guess. Like, what are you? Where are you at? Where you're just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna go play the watch store. Let me go plug into the PA that's at the watch store. So he first asked if we can use the PA, and we charged him for that.
Oh, nice.
there you go.
Nice, dude.
And then he says, I'm gonna go ahead and start. And I was like, well, we're contracted to play 2 hours, so no. Let me go talk to my boss, who's the person who brought me on the gig, and then so he can talk to the person who brought us on. And it was this whole back and forth, and yeah, we just stopped after that. It was like we played 1 hour, and then the DJ took over, and then the DJ cleared the whole room.
That's what I was gonna say.
So loud, it was insane. I don't know.
Yeah, you do got to charge for the PA.
Got to charge for the PA.
That's great.
It was a baller move. I didn't charge it wasn't my PA. I watched my boy go. Here's how much money we want.
That's good. That's so good.
That's perfect though.
Yeah.
I want 5 watches, asshole.
And this
I don't know if the DJ has watch money.
Right, yeah, that's true.
the
Maybe.
the DJ was friends of the president. Is
That
what
makes
I
sense
heard.
then why they were playing.
Yeah, made a lot.
Because
of
otherwise,
sense.
like, who hires a DJ for that?
True.
Lots of people.
Yeah. And then that same week,
I feel like
after
at that level, though, you have the money. Like, bring in a whole band if you want more.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they don't want people who do that stuff. They don't know what they want.
No.
We talked about this with like private gigs and wedding gigs before, where it's like people don't actually know what they want in these scenarios. They think they want live music, and then it's in front of them, and it's like too loud, don't want it. So no, it's certainly not that. So then after that same week, we played a Christmas gig. Holy shit! Sorry, that's on me.
I thought I was wheezing.
You thought the ding?
Yeah, I went, and then it went. Bing. I was like, oh my god.
That's hilarious. We played a Christmas
gig.
Yeah, which was
It's better this year.
so much better.
So much better.
So much
Do
better.
they know what they want now? Because you played last year.
We know what we want.
Well, yeah, and we want that to happen again.
Yeah.
That was fun. Friend of the show that watches the show, Taylor, played guitar. Sounded incredible.
So good.
So
yes.
good.
He sounded amazing.
I didn't have to take as many bass solos. If you remember, Adam, we talked about this gig last year, and I described it as a fever dream.
I vaguely recall that.
Yeah, because I think I soloed on every song, and I think we played 20 songs.
Yeah. We played Christmas music for an hour and a half, a little more than that last year, I think. And you soloed on almost every single one.
I am very careful not to get blisters, and I got blisters from that gig.
Yeah, and then you had to go play another Christmas
Another
gig.
one,
Yeah, right after that. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but this year was way better.
So much better.
But here's the interesting thing, and I'm gonna do a little more shit talking. Is that okay? Do I have permission to do a little more shit talking?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been 3 weeks.
It's been 3
we've
weeks.
got some shit piled up.
I gotta get it out because we didn't talk about it that much afterwards. Because I think when me and Dave get in the car, I'll give you a little peek in the curtain behind the curtain. When me and Dave get in the car, we just vent, like we just gab. We just like sit there and like, God, you know what sucks?
Some real Cathys, chatty Cathys going on.
So, but before we left the gig, so we were told we had to stop because there was going to be this it was like a horn group, it was a brass group. It was a brass group. Yeah.
A brass band.
Yeah. And we were told to get off.
Should have been at the watch store.
So we were
Can you
told
turn it down?
I don't like the way it looks. It looks a little gaudy.
It looks a little messy.
Everything not brass. It's pretty cheap, actually.
So we were told we had to get off the stage early because the brass band was going to come up. So we finished our set early to get off said stage. So I'm picking my shit up. I'm going. The brass band is playing in front of the stage.
Not even on the stage.
Don't know why we had to hurry the fuck off the stage, but we did.
That's cool.
Yeah, super cool.
But here's the thing: is that when someone tells Hagen and I to hurry off a stage,
Yeah.
we're gone like ghosts,
was
like
gonna say,
the ghost of music. This shit is still reverberating with the last note we played,
Yeah.
and we're nowhere to be seen.
Y'all take it seriously, unlike some other bands who've played at venues locally.
Yes,
Yeah.
we are gone.
I have my huge ass bass drum in one hand.
Yeah.
And I have like 2 cymbal stands. They're light in the other hand, like going. You
Yeah,
know?
I was winded.
Yeah.
Granted, doesn't take that much to get me winded, but I was winded.
So we get off the stage, and here's the really mean thing I'll say is we just played a bunch of Christmas music. They are now playing roughly the same songs that we played, but with a brass arrangement.
That's cool.
And they sound
Emphasizing the word roughly.
yeah, they sound like shit. They
Like-
sound yeah.
I was thinking in my head, like, maybe it's because it's cold out. And then I was like, no, it's not that cold.
No, but that's something they can deal with.
Yeah. And then I was thinking,
So-
like, they sound like fucking high schoolers. And then,
And then you found out they're middle schoolers.
No. They are like they're because they're older. They're like old men.
Yeah.
That are like that would used to be in band and play these instruments, and they volunteer for this.
Oh, so it's like me in 40 years picking up a saxophone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I played saxophone was on Patreon. What's Patreon,
Yeah.
Grandpa?
What was Patreon?
So there was that, and then this is not music related, but it got me real good. Was so this whole thing was for a like basically a tree lighting event, a holiday stroll is what they called it for this town, and so there was a Santa there, right? And so they were about to do the official tree lighting. The Santa was on the stage.
I was in the bathroom taking a leak. I didn't hear any of this. So your recounting of this story cracks me the fuck up.
It's real. So there's a Santa. He walks past me. Homie is skinny. And if this is new Santa, this is new Santa. If Santa's skinny, I'm cool with that. But I do have one thing that shouldn't change, okay? Adam, could you give me...
You kind of look like Santa.
I could be
Could you-
young Santa. Yeah.
Young Santa, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you give me your best Santa voice impression, though? What does Santa sound like?
Old and tired.
No, like what does he actually sound like? He
don't-
says 3 things in a row.
Ho ho ho.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
that's pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thinking more of like a ho ho ho.
Yeah,
right?
ho, ho,
Yeah,
ho.
exactly.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect.
Give us a ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
God, Adam,
That's what you get.
what, do you
Okay.
have one lung?
So you know, Santa has this definitely more of like a deeper tone to
Yeah.
the voice, right? Yeah, and also very jolly sounding.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, I couldn't pass as a mall Santa.
It's jolly. Wait a minute. Is jolly another word for fat?
no.
Oh, okay. Jolly is just like happy and
Yeah, jolly is
okay.
a synonym for happy. It's a cinnamon for happy for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when Santa's involved, it also means fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if new Santa's skinny,
But
I'm
if,
cool
if
with
Santa's
that.
not fat anymore, that's fine.
I got no
Like, that's
problem
good for
with
him.
that. Whatever size Santa is chill.
Okay.
But this is just really the thing where when you have a skinny Santa who then goes up and the mayor of this town is talking to Santa and he goes, Santa Claus, we're gonna light these trees. Are you ready? And then puts the mic in Santa's face and Santa goes, ready. Like,
That's weird.
Yeah, dude. Those kids are like, wait a minute. Yeah. That's not Santa.
Santa, are you ready to light these trees?
Does Santa play Fortnite or something? Like,
Ready.
Wow.
Yeah.
how young is this Santa?
I'm gonna win. It was like I was tearing down drums and I was like, I like made me like stop for a second.
Yeah, that's scary almost.
It was jarring.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, volunteer gig, I'm sure, but like, say no to that guy.
He hasn't been Santa since high school. That was the funniest part, was just getting like being so thrown off by the bad music that came after us. After being told to stop early so
Yeah.
that we could, like, we were contracted to play a certain amount of time.
And the email they sent to us was like, "Hey, stop early."
Stop early.
Yeah,
So we did. We got the fuck off the stage. And then you telling me that impression of Santa Claus, I was like, damn, dude.
What a weird gig.
This is a weird gig.
But you'll be there again next year.
Hopefully.
Probably, yeah. Probably.
I mean, we did better this year than last year.
Maybe the mayor will rehearse their Santa bit and realize that's not a good Santa
Hey,
next
yo,
year.
if someone who's listening to this knows the mayor of that town, I'm not going to say the town, but if someone knows them, then let me know. I'll be fucking Santa.
Yeah.
Or
Like-
actually, if anybody in our audience wants to be Santa,
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently they're taking all applicants.
Yeah, reach out to us. We can get you a
We can
gig.
get you a Santa gig if you're a professional Santa
Work hard for 40 days of the year.
and you don't sound like Waluigi, then you're set.
The best we can do is Domino's in the green room. Cold, mostly eaten Domino's.
One beer in the fridge.
And one beer in the fridge.
I mean, this town, they don't have that big of a budget.
Then our guitar player squirreled away. There's a beer in the fridge and I took it.
Okay, so that was my crazy week. The week that I was responsible for no episode. Dave, give us the Miami notes.
Here's the simple rundown of Miami. I was there Monday to Wednesday. The actual gig, the performance, was 1 hour long, and we were playing bumper music
On Tuesday?
on Wednesday.
So you got a whole day early that you got to be there.
2 days.
Well, it's all rehearsal, right?
Like the first
Yeah.
day is like
Yeah.
travel day, maybe.
No, first day
But-
we were there by 11:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
So we traveled early.
So you were on the business travel flight
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
That's a weird experience,
It was.
isn't it?
It was just a blur.
I thought it was really weird. I had to go travel somewhere for work this
Yeah.
year, and I flew out on a Monday morning. Holy shit, so many people in suits who have no idea what they're doing. And they're just like on the phone, and they're like, well, yeah, I'll send that over to you, and then I'll just connect with you later and send you a link or whatever. And you're just like, all right, all you guys are bullshitting. You're just drinking in the airport on Monday morning. Like, I see what's going on here.
It was a lot. I didn't bring any gear, so they had gear for us, and
That's pretty great.
It was so great because they had like two different. I prefer precision bases, P bases. They had two P bases for me. One was like really good, and they wouldn't let me like carry it downstairs to the main room. I was like, I'm gonna actually use this one, so I'll take it down. They were like, we got it. They wouldn't let us set anything up, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I like this. Outside of that, it was 2 days of rehearsal, long fucking days. I know nothing about Miami. I know it gets nicer in the evenings, but
But you didn't get to go do a lot.
no. And one of the times we walked from the gig to the hotel at the end of a long day just to like stretch our legs because it was a long day. And it was Tuesday night and people were clubbing, dude.
Yeah, it's-
like I saw
yeah.
some weird
Yeah,
outfits.
it's Miami.
and I was like,
It's
wow.
also becoming like the next influencer hub is
right.
Miami. Yeah.
A lot of people looked like that.
Yeah.
I'd say it's a combination like that and tech Silicon
Yeah.
Valley people too.
Yeah.
So there's just lots of stupid money
Mm-hmm.
out there.
I've vented about that a little bit to you. I won't get into it on the show. Just the
That's crazy
moral-
though. You had two like full
Two
rehearsal
full-
days for
full
a 1 hour gig.
Yeah,
rehearsal
that's
days.
big yucky.
And we had the band had a rehearsal before leaving for Miami
Wow.
and had time to learn our shit. So anyway, I'm going to try to get you on that gig is all I'll say about what I would complain about.
I would love it. That sounds amazing.
And then I got back and learned, I don't know,
It's like 40 songs.
somewhere
right?
between 30 and 40 songs
Yeah.
between Wednesday night and for a gig on Saturday. Had a gig on Friday. Both were stressful gigs. And then Sunday we had our student recital. And then
Yeah.
we went and saw Queens of the Stone Age.
Fuck you, Adam.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3 of us did.
Was that a bad idea for me to not go?
Yes.
Was it
Dude,
great?
it was so good.
Great
Yeah.
show.
It was so good. It was, yeah,
I had no reason to doubt that for what it's
Yeah.
worth.
the more that I've been thinking about it, the more it's interesting. Like you were mentioning reading some stuff on the subreddit, and I saw some. I was like curious, so I went and read some stuff as well, and I saw people be like, I followed them for the last 4 nights, and Dallas was the best one.
Wow.
And I was like, cool, that's really good to hear, because I thought they were amazing. I thought it was
They were
great.
incredible.
But like, if that's the standard, that's amazing. But to hear that like that was the best night is really
Yeah.
cool, really cool to hear. So, and they, they're just incredible.
I saw a lot of comments about just on this tour in general, how they're just kind of playing off the audience, and they are just like, if somebody wants to hear a song, they'll just like.
That's what they did.
That's
do that.
exactly, yeah.
That's what I saw they actually did in Dallas. So
Someone brought out. Did you see the dice?
I didn't actually see it. No,
Yeah.
but-
Someone brought
So
like
cool.
a dice that they could roll. Then on each side was a song. So Queens would roll it. They rolled it the first time, and they went, "We're not doing that one."
Yeah.
But then they played Avon off their first album, which is so weird. I would never have expected them to play that.
Wow.
I had never heard that song.
Yeah. So it was really, the drummer knew the song, but from like, I know the look of we both know the look of a musician
who's like, I'm gonna kind of wing some of this.
or shit. What did he say? Like,
Yeah.
there, like you could hear Josh go, "We're gonna play Avon," and look over at John Theodore, and he's like, "Fuck, what did he say? Fuck, what did he say?" And he's like looking around at the band, like someone trying to like give him an answer, and then like it waits a minute, and then he starts the song, he nails it, no question, but that look of like, What am I about to play?
Well, and you and I were standing there like, oh fuck, this is gonna be interesting. And then he kicks into it, and we were both like, oh, he knows it. Yeah,
it's
he knows it
perfect,
really
yeah.
well.
But the unsung hero of the whole thing was the lighting guy.
Oh, my
dude, the
God.
lights were
The
insane.
lights looked really cool.
It
And
was so crazy.
I just don't think about it ever with lights ever. But like the bands run clicks and tracks, and Queens doesn't.
Yeah.
And so the lighting guy is just like over there
Working
pressing
overtime.
fucking buttons. Like
It's like that video of the Meshuggah lighting guy.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
He does it. It's not analog. It's still digital, but he's doing it all himself.
Yeah.
Like another instrument.
The lighting, like whatever they're called, trusses and whatever, they're like angled like diagonally, right?
Yeah.
Which
And-
is a very different choice to make, and it works really well
It
for
was
their stage.
so cool.
Yeah.
Some of it was like blinding.
Yeah, it was too
Very
much of that.
blinding.
I also had that. I went and saw Jeff Rosenstock with Jackson, and that was also. There was a light on stage that was like, "Fuck this! I can't do this anymore." But yeah, and we got Foos tickets, so happy.
I didn't get mine yet, but I need to.
I went ahead and got lawn tickets because I was like, fuck it, let's just. But then I also went and checked to see if there were any pit tickets for resale, and there are none. So I'm curious if pit's even available. Was even available in
I
presale?
don't think it was in pre-sale.
So I wanted to just go ahead and get tickets to be safe, and tomorrow morning I'll be checking to see if I can get pit because that's what I want. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
yeah, it's gonna be good shit. So
Now we're caught up.
I think we're caught up. I think
do it.
cheers.
Caught
cheers.
up. Shot up.
Good episode, guys.
Yeah.
Good episode, everybody.
That's good. See you guys in 4 weeks.
So, interestingly, I don't know if it's this time of year, but the news is weird. There's news, but it's not really crazy. I have a few things here, but I also thought we could go and talk about the albums of the year that like Rolling Stones list, Pitchfork list. We can do news if you want to. There's some stuff like the Spotify layoffs. I don't know if you guys saw about that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they laid off. It was like 17% of their
I was going
staff.
to say about 20%, yeah.
Yep. Spotify cut 17% of their staff.
And almost entirely in their podcast division, I think.
Yep.
So they've spent like how many billions of dollars on podcasts, and they're just like, oh, it turns out bad idea.
Turns out no one Joe Rogan gets a lot of listeners, but not that many.
Well, and that hasn't translated to any other shows. So
Yeah, I actually there's a streamer I like. She's one of the biggest streamers in the world. Actually, her name is Pokimane. And she just released her own podcast, and it's not a Spotify exclusive podcast, like not officially.
They stopped doing that for everybody who's not a big name.
Well,
basically.
she is a big name, but because she's the most popular female Twitch streamer. So she is a really big name, but she's not officially a Spotify. She just only released her podcast on Spotify for whatever fucking reason, and it was the first time that I watched a video podcast on Spotify.
It's infuriating.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
and you can't minimize. When you minimize it, the video's still playing, and it's so bizarre.
It's about to get worse because they laid off everybody who works on the podcast stuff.
So they
Yeah.
laid off 70% of the whole company.
Yeah.
But all 17% was.
I don't know about all, but most of
Most?
the hit was to the podcast side, which people who work in podcasting are excited about because they're like, that sucks for those people. It's bad, but that means that Spotify did not succeed in taking over podcasts, which is good.
Okay, so yeah,
But
so this
it's also bad because it's like the CFO resigned a couple days
He
later
did,
after
yeah.
selling like $20 million in stock before the layoffs because he knew it was happening.
crazy. Back in June, they also cut 200 podcast employees.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Is that insider trading?
Yeah,
If this guy's like, I'm selling all my stock.
yeah.
It's pretty cool, pretty badass.
It happens
Cool,
a
man.
lot, and then they get a little fine, and then they're like, it's cost of insider trading. So,
That's fucking cool as hell. What a badass.
and they're based in Sweden or whatever, so
Yeah, I mean, and
maybe they don't care there.
I just wish Daniel Ek would actually step down. That guy's a piece of shit.
But we know from the
I think it's very clear he doesn't know what he's doing either.
Yeah,
from the black metal episode that prisons are nice in Sweden.
true. That was Norway, no?
No.
Yeah, they're all the same, right? Nordic countries, it's all the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's cold and sad.
Right.
Snows a lot.
Yeah.
So another weird piece of news is that LimeWire is back. Did you guys see
No,
this?
but
Damn.
I'm not surprised actually.
Well,
I'm sure it's not back as
Oh.
the actual thing. I think it's just the brand.
It's
right?
actually probably the closest it could be back to its original form. without being its original form. With that hint, could you guess what it is?
It's a streaming service?
Okay, yeah, okay. No, not exactly. So, LimeWire is back, and it's an AI music generator.
That makes sense. So,
But you can't prompt Metallica songs.
Yeah, exactly.
just preemptively, they're like, no,
No.
we're worried about that.
I didn't check it out purely because I don't give a shit. But it is very interesting to see that LimeWire would come back in this way and be like the thing that could easily get sued again.
Yeah.
Like what a fucking ballsy move to be like, yeah, let's bring this back, and what's the easiest way we could probably get sued? Oh, AI music.
AI
yeah.
music.
Mm-hmm.
They were like the owners of LimeWire were like, all right, we'll wait this out.
Yeah.
We'll wait this out.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
and
Yeah.
now's the
Honestly,
time.
that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just
Or-
like, we're if we get sued again, whatever, we'll try it again in 20 more years, and we'll finally, third time's the charm, we'll make it.
Yeah. Or they sold the name.
I think they probably sold the name. I was trying to look it up, but I think that LimeWire was like an open source project originally
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
And then some company branded it and wrapped it up into things. So it's just a name.
So
Probably
this-
always has been.
Right.
The COO said, I think it actually fits the brand perfectly, to be honest. It's again,
Yeah, dude.
he said, it's again a very disruptive approach to the music industry. But at the same time, compared to the initial LimeWire, we're taking a bit more of a cautious and careful approach in things like licensing of the content where we get the training data.
I don't know what those are.
So where they the machine learning has to learn from like the training data is what the machines learn from, the AI
Okay.
learns from. So they are not just gonna get shit they don't have the license to train the AI.
Oh, okay.
Right. Like the whole argument with a lot of the AI art was that it was from people
Like
they didn't
trained
get
off of-
permission from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so which leads to like deeper arguments of like influence versus, like copyright,
Right.
that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, when a company is involved, I feel like you do have to have some kind of like following of licensing and copyright law. So he's essentially saying whatever they use to train the AI they'll have the licenses to do so.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, dude.
The worst part, too, maybe, is that it also has an NFT platform.
Right, that's what I was going to say too.
So they're very timely.
The only link between the original and this is the brand name.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is it's new ownership, and it has an NFT platform on it.
My God.
They're going to succeed.
Yeah.
No chance they fail.
Dude, let's get some fucking NFT bros all over LimeWire. That would be sick.
Really, that's just like concentrate them in one spot. Get them all over there.
Get them in that spot.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
just like sync the company.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it'll sync. Don't worry.
It'll come back in another 20, 30 years as some other weird thing where it's like
It'll be an actual
nobody's
robot.
involved with this. But
LimeWire robots.
It'll be an actual robot that just plays music.
walking around town
just
stealing
performs
people's
music.
stealing people's belongings.
So, I wanted to dive into the Taylor Swift Time piece. Did you see that she's Person of the Year?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I did see that, yeah. I
It's-
didn't read it.
actually fascinating. I don't know. Oh,
I
thumbs up.
saw snippets of it, which were
The
very-
photos?
not photos. I saw like text snippets of it.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
It's like she shouldn't answer questions.
Sure. So
She should really stop in thinking that she's good at press. Like she's good at the marketing like angle of things and like being relevant, being in the press, but she's really bad at answers that mean anything. She just gave a bunch of like non-answer like a CEO would answer a question.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's such a great honor to be nominated, and I'm just it's been so great having the ability to do my thing this year. And you're like, what?
and she also talked in detail about the whole like Kanye Kim Kardashian shit in this whole thing, and I want to spend some more time on it. So I decided not to cover it today because I thought we could that won't Taylor Swift is never not like a thing we can talk about.
She's always relevant.
Yes. Although I will say, interestingly, if you haven't looked at the list of the people who have won like Time People of the Year, Taylor Swift is a weird stick out, especially because who won it last year? Was it Zelensky?
Zelensky, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. A war hero.
Super interesting to put Zelensky and then Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they've had worse picks.
But like if he presents her
Like
the
less relevant picks.
he
but-
presents her the
yes.
award and they're talking backstage and she's like, so what do you do? And he's like, I've watched most of my family die. My citizens are fighting for the country.
say not just family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watched a lot
And
of my
he's like,
country
what do you
die.
do?
Yeah.
She's like, I I stood up to Kanye and I date a football player.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Here's what she does. She's the highest grossing tour of all time.
Make a lot of money.
And first ever to hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
Capitalism.
She dethroned Elton John's years long
I was gonna say, like,
Farewell Yellow
decade
Brick Road.
long.
She dethroned that tour in under a year as the highest grossing tour of all time.
Damn.
I mean,
Should give it to her next year too.
that is
Yeah.
it is like kind of silly, but at the same time, like that is impressive.
It's super impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The person of the year.
I don't know. Time's doing it to get. Time was sold like a couple years ago. They're chasing relevancy.
And here's the
basically.
really interesting thing. The reason I mentioned the photos is, again, we'll talk about this another time. I don't want to dive too deep in because there's a lot to talk about this. But just take a second if you have it, and if you're not driving, and just look up the photo shoot from it. I'll pull it up for the boys here. They are not good pictures. They are.
Time's going through some hard times right now.
Yeah.
They have a new corporate owner, the person who owns Salesforce, and so they don't have any money. So
Like it's just crazy that like that's a picture.
Oh, they did her dirty.
Like what the fuck? So yeah, give yourself a second. Go look it up.
surely her people were involved with selecting those.
Someone
She had to have.
Yeah.
She had to have okayed that.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no way that she didn't just anyway. So basically, if you're not going to look it up, the big takeaway is holy forehead, and we'll move past that. And okay.
Damn.
So this is not actual. I'll take a cancel back for that. That's fine. So this is not like true news, but I found it interesting, and then we'll dive into, and that's kind of a segue into our just kind of a preview for our end of year stuff. Dave Grohl almost played.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I have to correct you. The person of the year last year was the Spirit of Ukraine.
That's
And
right.
before that was Zelensky.
Okay.
So 2 years in a row after War Heroes
Yeah.
is Taylor Swift.
That's fine. She's fighting her own.
And before
war.
that was Elon Musk. So nothing can go downhill from being
Trump
named
got it
Time
one
Person
year,
of the
too.
Year.
Yeah, Trump
Well,
got
so,
it,
so did Hitler, but
Yeah.
it's the most influential person
yeah,
of
exactly.
the year.
Yeah.
Well, and Trump got it. The idea was that he was like the least liked person of the year.
Yeah, it's the most influential
Yeah,
person
most-
of the year is
yeah.
the idea. But
So
it's just like what a strange.
it's a weird list. That's
order
why I'm saying
of
if you
people.
haven't looked it up, go look up the list of people who have won. It is fascinating. Okay, so not really big news, but interesting. Dave Grohl almost played on Boy Genius's album, but he slept through the session.
So he was there and asleep, or he was at home.
He was at home and asleep.
It'd be even funnier if he showed up and he's like, "I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap."
Yeah.
I'm old and tired.
He just fucked up. That's
Yeah.
all.
You
That's
guys
all it
got it.
was. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I wonder. I'm totally defending Dave Grohl right now, but it's like I wonder what the context was. Like, was he on a tour, and they just got back from the tour, and he was in Europe for a month or whatever, and he was super jet lagged and fell asleep? Who knows?
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's great. I
Yeah.
love it. I love that story. But that kind of gets us into our start of the end of the year stuff. I thought it would be interesting. I don't think we've done this before with end of the year. We're looking at other people's top albums of the year. Where normally we just talk about ours, which we will be doing in a couple weeks for our end of year episode for the big party. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be great.
surprises.
Some surprises. And we also are going to talk about our albums of the year, how we feel about the podcast, all that stuff. And we hope that everybody else can be a part of that with us. So, be thinking about that. It'll be happening, I believe, in 2 weeks from today. Anyway, so I thought we could look at other people's top albums of the year, and if we don't know any of them, which I've scrolled this list, by the way. I
Cheater.
I pre-read, and there's some stuff I don't know on here or have not given a good listen to. So if there's some stuff we don't know, then it's good for us to give it or if one of us doesn't know, then we should just give it a listen and see. So we're gonna start with the Rolling Stones list. Okay, now they have a list of 100. I'm just doing the top 10. Okay,
Thank you.
because we're gonna do Pitchfork and maybe like one other as well. So Rolling Stones number 10 album of the year is Zach Bryan. Okay, Dave, can you give us a little rundown on Zach Bryan? Because I know we talked about Zach Bryan on Fun Fridays.
We talked about him on Fun Fridays because he was really popular. It has been really popular. He released an album or an EP at the same time as a good friend of his and got dragged for it. He also got his bodyguard got a speeding ticket
Yeah,
something like
that's right.
that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
we talked about. But like, I've tried to listen to his records or his last record, and I guess he's like a country guy, but
Yeah.
he's one of like the,
Is he like red dirt, quote unquote?
well, kind of, yeah. Or maybe even just like, he's not the pop country dude.
For sure.
So he's amongst like Tyler Childers and Sturgill Simpson. I'm forgetting others.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's supposed to be one of the good ones.
Adam, have you heard him?
I've heard the name and just assumed it was country music.
Well, I
mean, you can
yes.
listen to it and it does sound folksy. He's done songs with
I was really impressed by his sound.
yeah.
So let's listen to the top song. This is off of the album.
If that's the one featuring
What is it? It's let's see. I remember everything.
I forget her name. Casey Musgraves.
Yes,
That was
it
nominated
is.
for Song of the Year or one of the Grammys. Let's not listen to that one.
Not listen to
it's
that
a
one.
downer.
Okay, not listen to that one then. How about we do? Because I want to listen to something off the album.
Yeah, let's listen to Hey Driver.
Hey Driver. Okay. So the album is self-titled also, which is a move. Your name is Zach Bryan, and my album is Zach Bryan. That's like when a band does it, it's like, oh, cool. Your name is Zach Bryan and the whatever fucks.
Zach Bryan and the whatever fucks.
Zach Bryan and the security guards that get pulled over. But it's different when it's just Zach Bryan. But let's give this a listen nonetheless.
Hold on. This is your song, Mike. Let's do it. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and so take me down the road that's a little bit windy to a place they still put sugar in their iced tea, where the women all fine and the love is fair.
It gives me more like Isbell and Stapleton than anything.
Yeah. It's passing off as loose and free. And
Yeah,
this is his voice.
I'm in a fight with God.
love it.
Yeah.
It's Carolina's shoulder seems the place I'm getting on. Daddy always told me never make a home on the road while your lady's sneaking out and the kids are growing old.
So this album is Rolling Stones' number 10 album of the year. Okay, and we keep going. Number 9, Victoria Monet. Now we listened to some Victoria Monet.
On Fridays?
No,
No,
she's
the
nominated for Grammys.
Grammys.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And
I
was
listened to
to-
that whole album after that.
Yeah.
I really liked it. So
Okay.
I can see it being in top rankings for some of these.
I was told by the person that I did too many air horns that she wants to come on the show and educate us on Victoria
That's
Monet.
not how you get on the show.
She's been on the show before.
I know, but that's not how you get on the show again.
Nah, I think she would be great for that. But
Put her in charge of the air horns and see how many are correct.
yeah.
I'm gonna do one.
Victoria Monet, Jaguar 2 is Rolling Stones number 9. Number 8, Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel, Maps. We listened to this multiple times on Fun Fridays. It's like a more avant-garde hip hop record. Jackson also talked about it.
Okay.
It's really interesting if you're all about if you like hip hop and you want something a little bit different. It's really cool actually. The album artwork is like if you're like getting the stuff like how to safely evacuate a plane.
Yeah.
It's great.
it
It's really
does.
good.
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
So if you haven't listened to that and you like some weird hip hop shit, I would definitely suggest Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel's Maps. None of these, by the way, are high up on my list, but
No.
I have listened to this and it's very good. Number 7 is Mitski. The land is inhospitable and so are we. I didn't listen to this. I've listened to Mitski plenty of times, but I don't. I have no opinion on this either way. Do you guys like Mitski, or have you listened to Mitski?
I've listened and didn't. It wasn't for me.
All right, we're gonna listen to a song off of this.
Not to say it was bad or anything.
Sounds like it was bad, man.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Dude, I hate when people are like, hey, do you like so-and-so? And I'm like, well, I can't answer that way. It's like,
No, I had
Jay,
no
do
problem
you-
saying I don't like it.
do you like
but-
Rush? It's like, well, no, I don't like Rush. It's like, why don't you like Rush? I don't know. It's not that I don't like them. I think they're good people. And then I have to fucking explain myself.
Yeah,
Don't ask me that way.
I had a thing where I shouldn't have told a student that I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, and he was like, "Well, you like the Rolling Stones then?" I'm like, "I don't know, not really.
It's not one or the other, bro.
I just don't
No,
like
you
either
have
one
to.
that
It's
much."
required by law,
Yeah, I'm just good on both. Let's just
Yeah.
not. So this is
especially the new Rolling Stones album.
for
Acme Diamonds.
sure not. My Love, Mine, All Mine. Did I read that right? That was really jarring.
You fucking nailed it.
All right, so Mitski. friend of the show and roommate, Anby Marine, is a big Mitski fan.
Yeah.
Wasn't this a popular TikTok sound?
I didn't hear it.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to the point where it was. The chorus.
Well, I'm maybe it was. It's got a significant amount more plays than the other songs do.
Yeah. Let's get there. It's a short song.
Drink.
Why?
Oh, this is a TikTok sound.
Fucking told you.
It is. Okay. So that's number 7 for Rolling Stone's top 10.
Good
Why
here.
did we have to drink there?
Was that a minor 4 chord?
Oh no, I don't know.
I think it was minor 4 chord.
Oh, okay.
We did drink. So
Yeah.
We both like
That's my.
I guess
I
like
think-
servants.
I
We're
think-
like, yes, sir.
I think that's got to be our new thing.
Yeah, let's do it.
Drink on minor 4 chords. Yeah.
Ian said Geddy Lee looks like a troll, a bridge troll, not an internet troll. He does look like
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it's part of his.
Sure.
That's the intention, I think.
Yeah,
well, yeah.
I don't know about intention, but
And he makes music that trolls would dance to.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
I don't want to disparage Rush fans, but they're weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 6.
Rush and Rush fans are weird.
Yes.
Tool
And I think
fans
that's
are
okay.
worse,
I
though.
think everybody who's a Rush fan would agree with that. So.
Yeah.
There's just a thing with like Rush and Tool and Dream Theater where I'm like, we should talk about this.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
they're-
don't talk to me ever.
Their fans are really into the bands. Like
Yeah.
other music doesn't exist to
True.
them at certain points of time. Like,
Yeah. I think I would rather go to any of those 3 concerts than The Gathering.
Oh, fuck no, dude. I don't know. I'd so much rather go to The Gathering. I'd go see Dream Theater. I like more of their stuff.
I've seen Dream Theater.
How was it?
It was good.
Boring?
Yeah. They were opening for Foreigner or something like that.
Opening sounds ideal.
Yeah.
Sitting there for like 2 hours.
No,
while
it-
just
Yeah,
like,
because they can only play 2 songs.
It was a short set. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, number 6 on Rolling Stone's list is Paramore's This Is Why. We all are familiar with that album, and that is really good to see it high up on a
Yeah.
list, I think, personally.
Man, we listened to so much music in the run of a year for the show that I fucking
just
keep
forgot that
forgetting
came
about
out.
that record.
Yeah. It came out in February.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Number 5 was Olivia Rodrigo's Guts. I am also that's a great thing in my
think that
opinion
makes
to
sense.
have that high up.
It's a winner.
Yeah. Number 4, Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here. I can comfortably say none of us listened to that.
We did listen to the one cut with, God, I forget his name. Really, really well-known New York rapper.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, it had that weird sample on it.
Okay, yeah. Well, whatever. I'm indifferent on that.
J. Cole.
Oh, yes. I remember that now. Okay. Number 3 is Tiny. Tainy. Tiny. Maybe it's Tiny. Tiny. That makes sense.
more sense.
Yeah, it's a fun way of saying tiny. Fuck me.
Okay.
Album is Data.
Just spell. It's already look. It's a fucking word that's already been spelled a certain way.
It's
Just
No,
do
but
that.
to be fair,
God
if you name
damn.
as a musician, if you name yourself Tiny, how's anybody gonna search for that?
And the
Oh,
really,
and
the
I'm in
really-
a band called MNKR.
The really cool
Supposed to be
thing is that while you're
I gotta
trying
shut
to
it. I gotta shut the hell up.
while you're trying to look up the artist name and you type in TAIN,
trying
you're
to
like,
correct you?
oh, taint.
Yeah. Yes. Rolling Stone's 5th album of the year is Taint.
Okay, let's listen to a little bit of this. This song has Bad Bunny, so you know that's going to be a bop.
I was gonna say this might explain why we don't know it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, leading a new wave of Latin music. Okay.
So
Oh,
we're not the
good.
target demo, but this is the kind of thing that would fly right over our heads.
This is pretty sick, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like The Weeknd.
Okay. Well, I don't like The Weeknd.
I mean,
It's
the
kinda
Weeknd's
sick, though.
popular.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
So if you had more time in Miami, you might have heard this more.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone walked up to you and been like, Tiny. And you'd be like, what are you calling me?
What? Don't say that to me.
Okay, so that was their number 3. And then number 2 is Boy Genius, the record. Now, this is such an interesting thing because I probably mentioned this before, but so many people that I know find this album to be kind of lukewarm. And that's because they are fans of each individual person. And I am not a fan. I just have never really got super into it.
You don't like each individual member?
No, I do, but I just never got like.
I was calling back the.
It's like I'm not a super fan of any of them.
Yeah.
And so it works on the album. It doesn't like feel weird.
Well, and it's interesting because a lot of people can listen to it and go, "Oh, that's the Phoebe song, that's the whatever," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, this just sounds like a cool thing. Like the production's killer, all the songs are great. There's some ups, there's some downs. It's I don't know. I'm a big fan of that, so I get that. Number 1 is SZA, SOS. Okay, we've at least heard one SZA song on here, so we're not gonna do that. But
it's an interesting list.
Yeah,
like it's super varied.
I like that. I'm super about that. I was actually kind of shocked at how varied the Rolling Stones list was.
I assume that Pitchfork's is not very surprising to us.
Well, we're going to find out.
Let's find out.
Just a moment when it loads. So they did a 50 list. Rolling Stone did 100. I haven't looked at all 100, and I haven't looked at all 50. I just looked at top 10 for each. I would be curious to look at those at some point.
Like who's at the bottom?
Yeah, who got the
Almost
shit
didn't
stick?
make it.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that with Pitchfork.
Oh, see the
Who's
50?
50?
Who's 50?
Who just barely made it in?
Who barely made it. Dude, fuck this website. It said fuck you.
Well, the worst of the best is still pretty good.
Worst of the best is still pretty good. That is true.
Thanks, Ian.
Did Ian say that?
No.
Oh.
I thought you just got that from him and you're just
giving
taking
him
all the
credit.
Number 50 is Andre 3000. Dude, barely make it under the wire. I'm so sorry. I think I told you this, Dave. I think I said this a couple weeks after the album came out. So many people were like sharing this album as like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever fucking heard. And I'm like, yo, I think maybe there's a chance that you just are trying to seem cool with this shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad record. It's cool if you like it. It's just like really weird to see people who I know who don't listen to anything close to this music who are sharing it on their Instagram like, oh my God, this is just so emotional. Like, dude come on.
I listen to music that's kind of like that sometimes.
If you said you like it, I'd be like, yes, Adam would like this.
And it's not good.
So that's
like
the
it's
thing.
not terrible, but it's like nothing special.
Yeah, when we listened to it on Fun Fridays,
I turned it
like
off.
the little bit, I was like, this is only gonna get attention because it's Andre 3000, which is obvious to say, but it should be said out loud.
Kind of cool that maybe he can get more people into that genre and stuff, but at the same time, like it doesn't need to be number 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real funny.
Maybe did they put it on the list before it came out, and they were just like, "This is going to be great." Like,
no, I think they gave it a really high score. And these are things where like when people like it.
I mean, this is Pitchfork though, right? So,
yeah. So I'll have a take on albums like this where when it comes out and if I don't like it, I feel like I'm not getting it. But then sometimes I feel like I do now, where I'm just like, I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you who like it get it. I think you were maybe saying you like it for a different reason.
If you think you liked that, then go listen to other music in those genres that are related to it.
Yeah.
And then you're probably going to come back and go, oh, yeah, it's not that great.
Yeah.
It sure is interesting. And again, if you do like it, I don't want to take it away from you. I mean,
it's interesting. It's super cool that he got to do that and just kind of randomly make this thing happen after doing nothing for 20 years or so.
Something like that, yeah.
But saying like, oh, you don't actually like this is basically the same thing as seeing someone wearing like a Wu-Tang shirt and us going like, what's your favorite Wu-Tang song?
Yeah, I agree.
Nirvana.
Right. It's a similar thing. But in this case, it's sound, and I don't think that a lot of people who say they really like it really like this.
I mean, that's
they probably wouldn't. Sorry to cut you off. They probably wouldn't know any other albums from that sort of music.
Yeah. First of all, I cut you off, so shut up. Yeah. Second of all, I find that like the oh, you're wearing a Nirvana shirt. Name some Nirvana songs.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden shirt. Name 3 Iron Maiden songs. I find that to be so much more different because you're wearing a T-shirt. You're not like saying I like this. You're saying, especially like if you wear like older band graphic tees, that's just a fashion statement.
Yeah.
It's not a fashion statement to post on your Instagram story that you love this record, right? That's not a fashion statement. And if it is, like, fuck, I don't get it.
I mean,
like,
if anything, it's chasing like your stuff being suggested in people's stories and whatever, right?
Sure, yeah,
like,
I guess.
Yeah.
Trying to be relevant.
Clout chasing.
So
That's the
anyway,
word for it.
we're skipping ahead to number 10 on Pitchfork's list. Yule, Soft Scars. Yule is the artist. The album is Soft Scars. We're going to listen to this because I guarantee none of us have heard this.
No.
So, and is that how you would say the name Yule? Yeule?
Dude, it's our best guess.
What,
But yeah, Yule.
Yule? I don't know. Okay, so let's listen to Sulky Baby off of this album. I faded into a fade in.
Good start.
God damn it. Am I old if I say that this would be so much better if it was like real instruments?
No.
I think I'm old.
Um,
Because those drums are not real.
I was gonna say it sounds like garage band music,
Yeah, those drums aren't
which is
real.
fine.
I hate-
It's fine to start there, and it's fine to do that. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
it's such low-hanging fruit to just hear someone say, this would be better if it was real instruments, and then go, you're just old.
Sure,
It's
yeah.
such low-hanging fruit.
I felt as though listening to that, I was like, when it started, I was like, this is gonna get into it.
Yeah.
And then when it went,
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
even if it was really, really well produced, real instruments,
Yeah.
I think it would serve the music better.
Yeah, yeah. But I do get people like that right away.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It says 4th generation goth. And I love the album cover. I love the aesthetic.
Yeah.
It's super cool. I maybe we'll listen to more of that, but off of that, I'm like, fuck, I would love for there to be a band behind this. And
Well,
if that was a band.
It's 4.5 minutes long. Let's skip ahead a little bit and see if we get a different vibe.
Okay.
Nope.
If the song started off more that way instead of like kind of like a swell into what was just like a low dynamic, I'm like, well, it just doesn't. I feel like the swell was like just like a big buzzkill.
So then I'd be curious to see the live footage from this artist and see
Yeah.
if it's a singer up front with no band and track, or a singer with a live band.
Yeah, I don't know. Super weird.
That's number 10.
That was number 10. Number 9 is
Pitchfork, though.
again. I don't know. Anhoni. I don't know how to say it.
Anohni?
Anohni. Yes, Anohni and the Johnsons.
There you go. See, Anna.
And the
They could
yes.
do a self-titled. It'd
Yeah.
be okay.
Exactly. I feel like the name of this looks familiar, but I don't think we listed
I
this.
think it does, but I don't know why.
I feel like I feel like I remember trying to pronounce that on a Fun Fridays, but maybe instead I was scrolling through new shit. I was like, I don't want to pronounce that, so we're not doing that. So now I'm biting the bullet now. So we're listening to the first song, It Must Change.
It says this is their 6th album.
Interesting.
Wow.
This is where we find out we're just old and don't understand music anymore.
No, but see, this is like real instruments. It's the same vibe.
Yeah.
Change. It must change.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
It must change.
Did it drag a little bit, or was that just me?
I think it might have been just you.
Fuck me.
Okay, so this is a band that just got back together in 2023, so this year, after being
Okay.
around for 10 years, ending or 20 years, ending in 2015.
Okay,
Damn.
cool. That's
So
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
For them.
That's
I
really
feel like
cool.
we should probably know who this is then. But
Well, I don't. So,
Oops.
big whoops, but that's fine. Okay, our number 8 is again, someone we don't know. Fever Ray. You guys know who Fever Ray is?
No.
Does that look familiar to you?
No.
So Radical Romantics is their number 8 album. Again, we'll listen to the first song on the album, What They Call Us.
Cool sounds.
Yeah, lots of cool sounds.
Man, there's so much to do with something like this.
First, I'd like to say that I'm sorry.
This could this could hit real hard.
Ian said Fever Ray was a one-hit wonder in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Interesting. Let's get there.
Yeah, this is very intriguing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Please not halftime. I want some claps on.
Of course.
Dude, it works.
Yeah, we gotta get there though.
It's also interesting that if it's one hit wonder in the 90s, they've only had 2 albums until this one. Assuming it's the same artist, obviously.
I gotta skip ahead.
Don't get stuck in, it's just made easy to repair.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
Who came here was broke, see the land.
That's a bit of a bummer, but whatever.
Very intriguing.
I mean, interesting though. Yeah.
So far, I feel like I'm just not cool enough to understand why this stuff is in the top 10.
I think I'll go listen to that album based on that and see how it is.
Well, report back.
Because there's
I'm
enough
very
interesting
curious.
stuff there that maybe doesn't work on that song, but
Next on their list, number 7, Amare. Again, I think
so
that's
did Pitchfork just go and like search like random or something to get some ideas?
Yeah.
Like, 'cause I don't know
Interesting.
how you come across some of this otherwise.
Interesting album covers. Here's the criteria for getting at the top 10 in Pitchfork. Interesting album cover, vaguely difficult name to pronounce.
yes,
And low energy music with not real instruments. Maybe.
maybe. Well, let's see if that follows the
Like
trend.
they're sitting around in their office and they don't want it to be too exciting.
Yeah,
Everybody to
exactly.
hear.
Yeah. Whoa. Too much.
Too much. We have a whole day.
Hold on.
We have a whole day to work
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Okay, Angels in Tibet. Yeah, for real, dude. That's what's about to happen.
Not quite.
Pretty
but
fucking close.
Yeah, pretty fucking close.
I do like this quite a bit, though.
I liked it on the Beyonce record from like 4 years ago.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of Nandi, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally
but
hear
yeah,
that.
dude,
Yeah.
like good point.
Not random timing, but
Yeah,
unexpected
I totally
timing.
hear that.
Yeah.
So that was their number 7. Number 6, we're not going to listen to because I think we all kind of heard. If we didn't listen to the full album, we at least heard some songs. Sufjan Stevens, Javelin.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a really good album, but I don't know if I'd put it top 10, but really
So
good album.
that was our number 6. Next we have. I should have already just had this ready to go because I knew we were going to skip. But look at me, not prepared.
Oh, no.
Is that the name of the band?
Yeah, that's the name of the band. But it's spelled weird, so it's hard to pronounce. Nourished by Time, Erotic Probiotic 2. So that's the implication there was an erotic? There was.
There was. Okay.
Oh,
From
that's
2022.
a single. Is there an album? Oh, okay, that's just a single called Erotic Probiotic.
I don't know if that's how sequels work.
I don't know. Well, I
guess you could do a short
have a
movie
short?
and then you can do a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's like, yeah, or having a movie and then releasing, like the trailer is like the first one.
Well,
and the movie is 2.
An Erotic Probiotic
this
is
feels like.
not on the album.
I don't know.
It's not. It didn't make the album cut, so it must have been the first one, and then the album is like, here, I'm finishing the story of whatever I told in Erotic Probiotic 1.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm just guessing.
Comparatively, not a lot of listens.
Yeah, I was looking at that. None of them.
I was
reached
expecting
a
the number
million.
to go down, really, because
As we get
As we go,
Pitchfork
yeah,
top,
so
it's Pitchfork.
that's a Pitchfork move.
Well, let's listen to the
like
Fields.
their number 1 is some artist who's put out a song this year and it
Fuck.
didn't get picked up anywhere.
Scheduled to release one song the day before the year ends.
Yeah.
God, that will suck. Okay, here we go.
The Fields.
So Pitchfork likes quiet starts.
Yeah.
Is it the 80s?
First, we will have 1/2 cigarette. Then maybe some coffee. Take some coffee.
Yeah, this is a trend, right? Though, like the Weeknd is doing in the 80s.
I was
Everybody,
not
yeah, everybody.
expecting that voice though.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not cool enough for Pitchfork.
I'm glad you said yeah, okay, because I was gonna say something else. That was number 5 on Pitchfork's list.
I don't know how that's number 5, really, but
Number 4, Wednesday, Rat Saw God. I fucking love this album. This album is incredible. We listened to some of this shit on Fun Fridays. Remember that song that like sped up and slowed down and shit?
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that one? This band has been called like a country-ish band, and they have some weird ass shit that like I get why they're putting that, but weird. Did you ever listen to this? No. Dude, it is so fucking good. I was truly blown away by parts of this album. I think it was this song. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
all right, this is already cooler than some of these other ones.
Dude, this is such a good album, I'm telling you.
First I felt the thunder and blacked out at band practice. I'm told that I screamed
I don't hear country at all though.
I think it's her voice a little bit, the twang.
Maybe.
Well, let's listen to the first song on the album, see if that does anything for us.
Yeah, totally country.
Yeah.
Could be like a heavier Briston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her voice just has a little bit of that kind of like
Yeah.
a little bit of country quality to it. But I highly suggest this album, Rat Saw God by Wednesday. Pitchfork, really big W on that being number 4 because the other ones were not it for me. But maybe
This is
that's
the
just
first
me.
one in that top 10 where it's like, yeah, I would go listen to that.
Yeah. Number 3, Billy Woods and Kenny Siegel, Maps, which was on Rolling Stone's list, so that's good to see making it there. Number 2, Caroline Polachek, Desire, I Want to Turn Into You. Now, have you listened to Caroline Polachek
I
much,
know
Adam?
the name.
Okay.
I assume you mentioned.
Producer,
Okay.
done a lot of like the production stuff, but also has made like some kind of like, I guess kind of hyper pop adjacent stuff, but
Okay.
very like a little more out there pop stuff, but has had some hits. And this album was one of those things where like I listened to it because I dug what she had done. I like when pop artists can go a little bit more out there, but sometimes it just doesn't hit for me. It just feels like, cool, why are we doing this? And this album was cool, but it just didn't quite land. So, but let's listen to it because it is interesting to say the least.
These days I wear my body like an uninvited guest.
She's like a really good songwriter, really talented producer.
Yeah, I can see this being good.
Yeah. If you haven't listened to her, I think you would love Caroline Polachek, Adam. You should definitely check her out. And then number 1 on Pitchfork's list is the same as Rolling Stone, SZA, SOS.
Wow.
Isn't that kind of wild?
Yeah.
What have we heard from that?
Something on the Grammys episode, I would
Yes.
think.
This one. You have 100% heard this song.
Like, maybe I don't get it,
This
but
is
it
a cool
seems weird
song.
to be on number 1 on 2 lists.
Yeah. Look at how many plays that has. You're telling me, I think we did this on fucking Grammys. You're telling me you don't know this fucking TikTok sound?
Dude.
You son of a bitch. It's the chorus though, so it's not there yet. Ah!
Let's get Jesus, dude. Let's get to the chorus.
No.
We did this like a couple weeks ago.
Same
That's
thing. Yeah, I don't know. I
The
just don't
same
know
exact
this.
thing. You did the whole thing, and then
Dude.
Dave's just like, no.
Don't know it.
Huge song.
We have different TikToks.
Huge. It has over 1 billion plays, man.
So?
1.5 billion.
Oh,
No?
dude, that's crazy. Yeah, so number 1 again for Pitchfork's list. So I think the takeaway here is that this has to somehow make it onto our list.
I think we should all listen to the record.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down. So for everyone who's listening and still watching, just remember our next episode is going to be the end of year, and I'll do the spiel again in another like 10 or 15 minutes. But I'm going to put on Instagram to share your album of the year with us. But if you don't see the post, just DM us what your album of the year is.
Yeah.
If you know any of us personally, tell us what your album of the year is. If you feel like writing a novel about your album of the year, we'd love to hear from you. We're definitely going to give shout outs, but it's also good for us to check out just what other people really loved for the year. And now that we're like actually listening to stuff, if there's something that we want to just listen to live that someone really loved, then we can do that. So that's a really, really cool thing. Do you want to go through any more of these lists, or how are you guys feeling?
We can do one
Depends
more.
on where those lists come from. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because it's funny to have Rolling Stone and Pitchfork.
I think
have
it should be interesting to
similarities.
see if there's a tiebreaker on number 1.
Yeah.
Which also, that album came out in 2022. So how is that? Because it came out late in the year, I guess.
I'm gonna give a
The SZA record?
little peek behind the curtain here. The reason I decided to do this was because Anthony Fantano did it, and I was like, he said that he was like, it's 2022.
Yeah.
Why is this here? Yeah,
If it was the end of the year, I sort of get it.
yeah,
Because they
yeah.
do the list earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah, that's true.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, like that's the Grammys problem of like who was nominated for a bunch of them, and it's like, well, that album came out last year.
Okay.
Right, that kind of thing.
So do you want to do variety? Do you want to do fader or the fader? Do you want to do metal injection? Do you want to do billboard?
Let's do Billboard,
Billboard?
I'm gonna say Billboard or Fader.
Okay.
not Metal Injection.
Fuck you. You're such a son of a bitch. You're
call my mom?
You're just afraid.
I mean, is Billboard's based on opinions, or is it just
it's
who
a
had the
staff
highest?
picks.
Okay. So it's not like Billboard, like who had the most streams.
No,
That's
no,
not
it's
their
this,
one.
it's the staff list. Although number 1 and number 2 is like, okay, yeah, well, that's Billboard. But I mean, I already saw an album
I
cover
mean,
I
it's
recognize.
like time
so
picking person of the year, you know.
How many are there?
we're gonna go. There was 50. We're just start at 10.
What's 50?
Oh motherfucker! I just scrolled.
And then go back to Rolling Stone and find out what was 100.
I love to think about like you said, like last of the best,
Yeah.
like so 50
Because
is
you want to make it into this list if
Yeah,
you're
of
an
course.
artist, but you don't want to be 50.
yeah,
Really.
yeah, and I love that this is 50 for Billboard. It's Drake for all the dogs. I'm a fan of that. That's a really
course.
good one. Okay, so now let's go down to 10. I guess you want to hear Rolling Stone's 100 first?
I mean, I was kind of half joking about that, but I'd
Motherfucker,
be
I'm already
curious about
typing.
it, so,
Yeah, I want to hear it.
yeah.
Oh, piss and shit.
Because at 102, it's like, you could have just left me off of that list. Like if you get 100, you're like, you could just not.
Yeah.
It's trying, man. I'm sorry.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Yeah, do you want to? Oh man. Okay. So, Rolling Stones top 100. Oh right.
I'm
the way they
fucking
do this.
yawning.
Will you quit that shit?
Oh my God.
Stop that. Stop it. Bad.
Okay,
Bad.
sorry.
Please. Arlo Parks, My Soft Machine was 100 for Rolling Stone. Arlo Parks is cool. Cool artist.
Yeah.
Number 99 was Depeche Mode.
Wow.
See, that's what I would expect. To
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking funny. Okay, so number 10 for Billboard is big favorite of the show, Renee Rapp's Snow Angel. Let's
That's a
get
winner.
it.
That's
God,
right.
it's so fucking good. Specifically, they put the deluxe record as number 10, which was weird. I listened to the deluxe. I'm like, I'm not getting much off of this.
Like they put the deluxe in brackets.
Oh no, they just put the album cover of the
that's
deluxe.
why.
But
That's
But that was just Billboard having AI do it.
sure, yeah. Number 9, Lana Del Rey. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard? If I had to say that album title one more fucking time, I'm gonna lose it.
Just say the new Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey, DYKTTT.
No, don't be that person.
DYKTTTTTTTT.
That doesn't help anybody either.
Number 8, Lil Yachty. Let's start here.
I remember that record being pretty avant-garde though. Pretty
Yeah.
left field for him.
Number 7, Doja Cat, Scarlet.
Cool.
All right.
That also had some TikTokers. This is the one I didn't. Carol G, number 6. Carol G, Manana Sarah Bonito. I think we have to get. I think we have to listen to that.
I think Adam knows that one really well.
I think Adam knows this
Yeah.
one really well.
Out of all these on the list, that's
Yeah.
the one I know super well.
Just can't put it down.
Okay, let's see here. Wow, I can't tell which one is the album because they're all very bright. I think it's this one. Okay, let's give this a run.
I mean, I like the album art.
Yeah,
When you scroll down and had all the other ones, I like that there's a theme to it.
it's cool. Here it is, big for you.
Ayer te vi.
I mean, it's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Contento, estabas feliz. Besándola a ella así como antes me besaba a mí. En parte me alegra que uno de los dos no esté llorando.
How's that in your headphones?
Great.
Ojalá me piense de vez en cuando. Y aunque yo hago como si nada, baby, qué amargura me da.
This is what this is good for. This is
The chair.
This is the hip moving. You know. I'm sure it's very good, but it's high up on a list, so I'll have to give it more of a listen.
It's a blind spot for me.
I think that's increasingly
Yeah.
becoming a blind spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 5, Victoria Monet again. Number 4, Zach Bryan.
Wow.
Number 3, Troye Sivan. Something to give each other. You guys know Troye Sivan?
No.
Yeah.
Thank you. You don't know Troye Sivan?
No.
Holy
How?
shit. Yeah, how?
How do I?
I don't know.
That's crazy you don't know who Troye Sivan is.
I think did this guy just have like an SNL skit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, then I only know
mean,
him from
he's-
the recent.
Been on SNL also, but was the character of a skit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This makes sense. I feel like I should be on ecstasy right now.
Sure. Let's do
Maybe.
it.
Yeah.
Also has TikTok stuff. So,
I was gonna say I have to assume big on TikTok because
Yeah.
22 billion streams.
kind of crazy. Yeah. Kind of wild. So, Troye Sivan, number 3 for Billboard. Number 2, Boy Genius, The Record.
Yeah.
And number 1, Olivia Rodrigo, Guts. These all make sense.
Those make
Total
sense.
sense.
Yeah.
These all make a lot of sense, and that's great.
I'm
So,
gonna guess that most of our picks are not in these top tens.
No.
well, I think it's time. I'd like to do one more thing that we haven't done on the show before, which is decide how we want to do our album of the year. Do we want to pick our albums and then
The
listen to each
show album of the year?
like how we want
Because
to
we've done it differently.
We've done it different times, different ways.
For the
And-
last couple of years, we've done, everybody listen to Here's My Album of the Year. We've also done Everybody Just Bring Yours. And
Yeah, and if we have chatters too, and we also done honorable mentions and like an album of the podcast also. So if we have any chatters who have opinions, share them. I think it would be good for us to, because I think there were. I'm speaking for myself here, but I think there were a lot of albums that I think that we all kind of gravitated to this year. I think it was a wide variety of things that were really good. And I know there was stuff that we all put on repeat, but I think there was things that's like, oh yeah, that was great. It was
Right.
a really good album.
That's the thing I'm grappling with is like, do I pick the one that I've listened to the most?
Right.
Or do I pick the one that I think it has had the most impact in the time
Right.
that I've listened to it?
Yeah.
well, and they're definitely looking at my list. I'm not going to read them out now. But
No.
there are at least 4 that I think y'all could possibly pick as well, which is a weird place to be in.
Yeah.
Compared to normally, it's like we all have like a very clear.
Yeah.
They're not going to be on either of y'all's list.
I know at least one of mine will nowhere close to you guys.
But do you know what one that's going to be on the 3 of our lists?
2 of them are going to be on the
2 of
three.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna
So
say
let's
that.
pick one of those as the album of the year.
Yeah, it's just a fucking low hanging fruit, you know.
Yeah.
I think
There could be, arguably, there could be 3 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be really good for us to not only pick our album of the year, but also and not only pick the podcast album of the year, but really dive in on some honorable mentions, because there's a lot of shit that I think was really cool this year that came out. That
Yeah, there
I
was
think
a lot of good music this year.
I think I'll just give this spoiler. Renee Rapp is not making my album of the year, but I do want to say how important how huge that album was,
Of course.
and kind of
yeah.
talk
That's
about
one of the
that.
3 that you were mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that like there's there's a lot of music we can talk about. So I think it'd be cool for our listeners and for us especially to get this out of our fucking heads.
Yeah.
Is to maybe pick like a number. Let's say anywhere between 3 and 5 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Yeah. As a
So we have our
podcast.
top 5.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be in any specific order.
Yeah.
I would
We
say,
we
yeah.
have our we can organize ours if you want. You want to organize ours
We
specifically?
normally pick top 5 for each of us.
Do we?
I think we did that 1 year. We did that 1 year. Yeah.
I thought we still had top 5 every year, but
I didn't do it last
we didn't
year.
make each other listen to all.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I think what we do is we pick individual top 5, okay, or individual top however many you want to do. Just don't go crazy, and then we have
don't go to 100.
yeah exactly yeah. Please don't go to 100.
Put on 100 like something you didn't listen to, and you're just like, I don't know.
No, individual top 5.
Yeah, individual
That's
top
it.
5.
And only pick 5.
Yeah.
And then honorable mentions.
And then I think we decide on honorable mentions as well as our podcast album of the year.
Cool.
So I think that would be a really great way to do it.
That's still going to be difficult. I have 15 on my list.
You're fucked. Now, has anybody been listening to anything? Should we talk about what we're listening to?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, and I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, I have been listening to the same fucking shit over and over and over again.
Yeah, I didn't feel any pressure to listen to new stuff.
Right, yeah.
I have one that I want to mention because it's been the guitar player that was on the gig in Miami hit me to this band called Jellyfish from the early 90s that released 2 records. And in particular, their second record called Spilt Milk. Hagen and I were listening to a little bit of it the other day.
It's like Queen in the 90s.
Yeah, but
crazy.
it's not necessarily 90s production as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Like
or
the
what the
snares are
90s
annoying
production
and-
turned into.
Yeah.
And I have been just going back to it. I love it.
Yeah. I have been listening to, like I said, a lot of the same stuff, but if there's something new I can put out there. Plini put out an EP called Mirage. Plini, for those who don't know, I've talked about him before, an excellent like progressive metal guitar player. And the new EP is really like some of the songs on there are absolutely incredible, particularly
Does it have the one with Tosin?
yes.
Yeah.
Particularly the last song, Ember, was really I fell in love with that song. The third song is one with Tosin Abasi on it. And it is in not a bad way, a hard to listen. But it is a hard to listen because it's just like there's so much fucking happening in this song. So it's tough, but it's a great EP, Mirage by Plini.
I have nothing new.
Damn. That's wild.
Just wound up listening to most of the stuff that came out this year to try and figure out,
Right.
order stuff. I can safely say Black Pumas is not on there.
Fucking
Did I talk about them on here when I was listening to that? Probably not. I don't know.
I think when we did the Grammys, I
think it was like-
we talked about
yeah,
Black
just say it again. Say that one more time.
Black Pumas.
No, Black Puma's what?
Black Pumas not on my list. Okay.
That's all. Thank you.
I look forward to them winning a Grammy for this in like 2 years. So
Yeah. I mean, I very much look forward to kind of getting all of this out, getting all of our album of the year stuff out.
Yeah.
Like I said, please, if you know any of us personally, let us know your album of the year. I'll be posting about it on Instagram, but be sure to just like tell us, DM us, all that kind of stuff. This is going to be a really fun end of year episode. We'll be doing it 2 weeks from today. So come and join us. Come and be a part of the end of the year party with us. And we're also gonna, we're gonna do more on Patreon too with it. So if you're not already in the Patreon, we have all the merch ready, and I'm just finishing the bingo cards, and then we'll be good to go. So
nice.
So thank you guys so much. Anybody have anything else?
No. Good night, Ian. He said he missed us.
Good night, Ian.
We missed you.
Missed you too,
He
Ian.
said y'all.
Whoa.
Dude.
He's been listening to us
Thank you,
too long.
Ian. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you so much. If you haven't already, please follow or subscribe on whatever podcast app you are currently using. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, whatever all that shit you have to fucking hit is, and like the YouTube video, like the stream. All that stuff helps us out so much. We really appreciate you guys for doing that. If you haven't already, please follow us on social media. DFTA Podcast on Instagram. Don't Feed the Artist on TikTok. DM us. Say hi. Say what's up. Let us hear your album of the year. We want to hear from you. If you have Fun Friday suggestions, send them in. If you're in a band, you want us to listen to your shit on Fun Fridays, we want to hear from you. It really means the world when you guys hit us up. up. So please keep doing so. And whatever Lupe just sent really threw me off.
I can't tell what it is.
Is it just like a steak emoji?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just 2 steaks.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
Uh,
Sure.
And if you have any thoughts or questions or anything about the show, like if you have a topic idea for us or anything at all, you can DM us or you can email us feedback@don'tfeedtheartist.com. Again, we would just absolutely love to hear from you guys. And if you haven't already, please join the Patreon. You get this sick merch. You get some exclusive content. And part of that sick merch is a bingo card. I'll be finishing very soon, the bingo card of Show Pause. So you can take that to your gigs. You can take that to live shows you go see. And you can try to play bingo every single time. So thank you guys so much for being here. It really means the world. You're not going to get a ending screen for all of you live viewers right now because I don't want it to crash.
You're just going to see us sit here and stand up and...
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's great. I am going to do that. Okay, wait, I got to end the audio one first. All right, bye, audio listeners. Okay, so now what we're going to do is... Okay, wait. Let's do which one?
Still going to play some music.
Let's do repetition.
Yeah.
How about that? I think that's a good choice. Okay. It's not you on bass, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
You should re-record it.
Oh, it's like a cucumber. Get shit on! Get shit on! Your ass! Your ass! Shut the fuck up! 1v1 you pussy! Pussy! Fucking 1v1 you piece of shit!